Hello everyone, my name is Saksham Dikshit and this is my channel Pentest Diaries. Today I'll make another video in the same series of Solidity programming series, and in this I'll try to cover a bytes array, fixed array I'm talking about. Okay, so in this video itself we'll just try to understand what exactly the difference between a byte fixed size array and byte dynamic fixed array, which I'll try to get it. Dynamic one I'll try to cover in the next video, but the fixed size array I'll try to cover in this video itself. Why we required the byte over here itself instead of using that as straightforward fixed size array itself. Okay, so now I'll explain you about it, a few theory part first, and then we'll go to the practical section actually for it, just to see what actually is happening over there itself. Okay, so now we'll start with the understanding on the byte itself. So 1 byte equal to 8 bit, and now 1 hexadecimal equal to 4 bit, and 1 byte equal to 2 hexadecimal. That's I can say a conversion of it. So if we are talking about like we are consuming 1 byte, 2 byte, 3 bytes, so accordingly try to calculate how much hexadecimal is present over there itself. 1 byte 2, if 2 byte is there itself, it's 4 hexadecimal. Okay, accordingly try to get it calculate, and so that you can able to understand what actually the output is supposed to get it out of our code, what we are rating it. Okay, so now everything that will be stored in the byte array will be in the form of hexadecimal digit. Okay, so make sure always understand that whatever we are trying to get is stored in the byte array, it's always be getting stored in the hexadecimal digit. Okay, in Solidity you can use a fixed size array of byte denoted by byte n, where n is the size of the array. Okay, make sure whenever we are using bytes n, then n is denoted with the size of the array itself. Now bytes array cannot be modified, that's the details about it. And there is another thing like padding is one of the concept for it. Padding of 0 is added at the end if the value does not occupy the entire size. Take example, if you define a size but you have not consumed the whole size, then in that case at the end of it the padding is get it implemented and the 0 will be get it implemented over there itself. Like wheresoever you have not defined any value, the 0 will be get it added automatically at the end of this. Okay, so make sure that you should understand that how much is the size of it. If you're not consuming the size, the 0 will be getting added. Okay, now we'll go to the code and see the code exactly is it. So in my code I have not make it that whatever the size I have defined it from my side, I have not tried to make it that a shorter one, but just to demonstrate purpose I'll try to make that for you so that you can able to understand what I mean by that. Okay, so this is the first code which we're talking about. So this is a straightforward syntax where we are defining sorry, it's not a dynamic, it's a fixed, or we call it as a byte. Okay, it's a byte fixed size array, and if you're talking about these are two state variable itself. We have defined it over here as a byte 3, and for this we are defining it byte 2. Okay, now we're making a one function itself where we are mention is function name as a setter. Now it's make it public, and now b3 is one of the variable state variable and b2 is also one of the variable. We have defined it already, it's byte 3 and it's byte 2, so accordingly we'll try to put the value from our side abc and ab. Okay, now this one is not allowed over here itself, which I just want to make it. If I try to uncomment this and try to use it, this will not allow me. What it means, like in case of byte array itself, there is nothing like a possibility where you can use index over there itself, like on 0 this is the value I want to define. Nothing like that. We can't do such type of thing in case of byte array itself. We either have to define a whole string itself, whatever the value we try to get it defined, but it's nothing like that. We have to give it an individual value over there itself. For 0 this is the value, for the 1 this is the value. No, nothing like that. We can't do that. So this is not allowed in case of byte fixed site array. Okay, now we'll try to get it compiled, and I think this will make you understand like what exactly is it. So let me deploy this. So initially we don't have anything inside of it. Once we click on the setter, so you can see like as we have not set anything, so by default everything becomes 0. There's nothing like that. I have to showcase you like if I'll not put the whole size value itself, like the value I have not defined it as the size which we have defined it, then the 0 will be implemented. So if we are not clicking on the setter and we'll try to see the value of B2 and B3, then in that case we can see it's 0. So now if as I click on the setter already, and if I'll just try to click on B2, I can able to see the value over here itself. So B2 value is AB. So it's 6162. Okay. Similar in case of B3 also, if I try to click on it, so I can see the value as 61, 62 and 63 as it's defined as ABC over there itself. Now we move to the another code in which we have, this is the content for it, and over here itself we have defined two state variable, one is temp1 and one is temp2, and for both the things we have for temp1 we have byte 5 and for temp2 we have byte 7 itself. Okay, so accordingly map it like how much hexadecimal is going to get it over there itself, you can calculate it accordingly. So now we are defining it three functions. The first function is just to set the value over there itself. So we have given a state variable values over here, and that we have to get it assigned once we click on this set value itself. Okay, just forget about this. Once we click on this, then only the values of whatever the value we have defined inside the function, it's get it assigned to these values, temp1 and temp2. Once we go to the next function, over here itself you can see the byte size is 1. Well, I'll just explain you that why it's 1 itself, and over here itself we just try to see the get digit itself. So we just try to get that output only for a particular index, whatever the index we have defined over here, we just want the output only for that, not for the entire value which we have defined for the temp1. Okay, so that was the reason inside of the function we have defined temp1 and we are looking for the second only. Okay, I'll explain you about it, what exactly it means. Now if I'm going to the next function itself, in this also we are trying to return the unsigned value itself, and we just try to calculate calculate the value of the length of the temp1. Okay, that is the purpose of this function itself. I hope like this will understand to you. Let me compile the code and try to get it deployed. Once we deploy the code, I'll go it further with that, and if I'll initially not click on anything and I'll try to see the value of temp1 and temp2, you can see it's completely blank. Okay, it's 5, so over here itself it's 5. For temp2 it's 7, it's 7. Okay, now if I'll try to see the length also, it's 5. Okay, get length is 5, as you can able to see like it's calculating on the basis of this, so that was the reason it's 5. If I try to see the get digit, so over here itself it's not able to see anything, that was the reason it's returning as 0. But if I'll click on set value first and then I'll try to click on temp1, I can able to see the whole value of temp1. If I'll click on temp2, I can see the whole value of temp2. Now if I'll click on the length, it's remain the same itself as it's calculating on the basis of the bytes itself. Now if I'll click on the get digit, then in that case I'm getting it as written as 63. So over here only one value is getting written, that will be 2, and that if I'm just seeing over here itself it's 0, 1 and 2. So 2 is C, so C is if I'm calculating in the hexadecimal it's 63. That was the reason we are getting a value written as 0x63, 63 denoted as a C over here itself. Okay, you might be get confused like at the time in the initial one over here itself I'm just explaining you like we can't define it. Yeah, we can't define it, but the thing is that whatever string is over there itself, if we want to fetch out only a particular section itself, we can get it out. Okay, that was the reason when we are defining over here itself as a particular index section for it, we can get the output accordingly in a hexadecimal format. So make sure whatever the output we are getting it in all the cases itself, we are getting in the hexadecimal format itself. So that's all about the stuff we just want to get it covered in this video itself. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. If you want to provide some comment in this video itself, if you think like something is not clear to you, just let me know in the comment section of this video. I'll try to make another video for you. So thank you so much once again. Take care. Bye bye.